Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday again, and usually on Mondays I'm here to share my meal plan and my grocery haul for the week. So I do have my meal plan ready to share with you, but my grocery haul, I did not get it filmed this week. I ordered everything last night and Pablo picked it up for me this morning, but when he brought it home, like the kids were all eating breakfast, the kitchen and dining room were full, and it was just gonna be way too chaotic to try to film it. So I did buy groceries, you're just not going to see them in today's video. But instead, after I share my meal plan for the week, I wanted to do something a little different and share with you guys just kind of some favorites from this past month since today is the last day of March. Now, in case you didn't know, I send out an email every week where I share our family's meal plan for the week, among other things. And then once a month, on the last Friday of the month, I will usually send out an email where I share some favorites from the month, just basically like my favorite books I've been reading, something I bought that I really love, just things like that. It's just for fun. But this past Friday, I did not get that email sent out. I had a lot on my to-do list and something needed to go. And so that is what went, and I did not get the email out. So I thought that today, just for fun, I would share some of those favorites here with you in this video. But first, let's talk about this week's meal plan. It's gonna be a pretty busy week this week, so I decided to just go with a really simple meal plan, nothing too crazy, and I'm excited about the meals I'm gonna do. So today I'm doing pulled pork. I've done pulled pork before, but this is a new to me recipe. It's from a cookbook that I really like called Mel's Kitchen Cafe. She has a blog and I really like her blog, and so I purchased the cookbook. So when I've done pulled pork in the past, I've always added barbecue sauce to it, and Pablo doesn't really love barbecue sauce, which is why I don't normally do pulled pork. And I don't know why I didn't think about the fact that I don't have to do barbecue sauce. So I'm doing the pulled pork. It was super simple. You just add like either broth or water and some of that smoke, what's it called? Liquid smoke. And you salt and pepper your pork and stick it in the crock pot, and it goes all day. So we're gonna do pulled pork sandwiches, and then I'm gonna do barbecue sauce on the side. Probably I will be the only one who wants barbecue sauce. We'll see, maybe one of the kids will. But anyways, that should make enough for, I would think, 2 dinners. I mean, it's a good size pork roast. I've actually never used this cut or this kind of pork before. I was trying to get a pork, I think it's the butt, the pork roast butt or something like that, but they were out, and so they gave me like a picnic roast, I think is what it's called. I'll show you a picture. And it has bone in, and I don't know, we'll see how it turns out, but it should be good. It says on the recipe to do a roast like this instead of like a pork loin, because those have less fat and they'll end up being a lot more dry. So I think this is the kind I'm supposed to use for the recipe. Hopefully it will work well. I'm looking forward to it. It smells really good right now in the crock pot. Secondly, we're gonna do burrito bowls. I think I had those on the menu somewhat recently, but I'm gonna cook up a big pot of brown rice and then a big pot of black beans this week, because I want to get some of that in the freezer. It's just really convenient to have in the freezer, but I will save some of that out for our burrito bowls. And I still have some grilled chicken in the freezer, so I will pull that out, and that will be a really easy meal one of these days. Thirdly, we're gonna do baked ziti. I did that recently and I put half in the freezer. I haven't decided yet if I am going to just pull that out of the freezer and make it super easy, or if I'm gonna make more and leave the freezer one for another busy day. We'll just see how the week goes and what I decide on that. And then fourth, we're gonna do tostadas. Tostadas are very easy, and it's a nice thing to just be able to throw together without much prep work right before dinner time. And I already have cooked chicken in the freezer. That is the nice thing about getting things put away in the freezer. When you have a busy week, you have stuff that you can just pull out. So that will make for a nice, easy meal. On Friday night, I actually get to go for a sleepover, like get away at a hotel with some of my sisters. I have 7 sisters, so there's 8 of us girls in our family, but 5 of us are gonna get to go to this hotel and have a sleepover and just hang out. It's gonna be super fun. We have like never done anything like this. So I'm really looking forward to that. But all that to say, Friday, I just wanted to have something super easy for the kids. So I'm probably just gonna like make boxed macaroni for them before I go. And then we still have some of those Factor meals in the freezer, so Pablo will have one of those. So easy peasy on Friday. And then I plan to do a Costco trip on Saturday, so I'm just gonna get Costco pizza for Saturday. So that is the meal plan for the week. I'm sorry that I don't have my grocery haul to share with you today, but I did wanna mention, if you missed Friday's video, in Friday's video, I did an extra grocery shopping trip to Aldi. I had not been in a while, and I was kind of like challenging myself, asking myself the question, okay, if I just had $100 to spend and nothing in the fridge or the pantry, what would be the essentials that I would grab from the store? So I only had a few minutes, so I just like ran into Aldi. I wasn't overthinking it. I was just grabbing up all the essentials that I thought, okay, I don't have a specific meal plan, but these are things that I could make meals from if I only had $100 and I needed to get all the essentials. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to check it out and I will link it up here for you. Okay, if you've made it this far, it's time for some favorites from the month. So one of my favorite things to share every month are books that I've been reading. So this past month, my favorite book that I read and finished was Christie. This is an old copy. This was actually passed on to me. This was gifted to my great-grandma like the year after this book was published. But it's Christie by Catherine Marshall. This is my third time reading this book, and I don't reread books all that often, especially fiction books. So that tells you that I really like this one. But it's really good. It's not just like fluffy. I don't know, it gets you really thinking deeply. And it's a good story. So yeah, I definitely recommend Christie by Catherine Marshall if you have not read this one yet. I really enjoyed it. The book that I've been reading to the kids this past month, we finished Gentle Ben, which was a good one. But then we have been rereading Farmer Boy. We have read all the Little House on the Prairie books multiple times, but Farmer Boy, I think I've only read it to the kids out loud once actually. And I've been really enjoying it. Like, as a parent reading it is so interesting, all the things that they had to do to run their huge farm, because they had a huge farm. It's a much different upbringing that Alonzo had than what Laura and Mary had out on the prairie. So anyways, the kids have been enjoying it and I've been really enjoying this one too. We are almost done with it. I have several other books that I'm in the middle of right now, like 3 or 4. I'm really bad about starting books and then taking a while to get through them. So I'll wait to share those next month when I've actually finished them and I can give a better review. But a couple other favorites this month. I feel funny even sharing this on my YouTube because I'm always talking about frugal things and saving money. And this is the most expensive makeup for me that I purchase. This is Bare Minerals. I usually buy drugstore stuff. My mascara is like $4 on Amazon. I do not spend that much money on makeup. But my sister recommended this to me. It's their Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturizer. And I got it last year with a gift card, so I didn't even spend money, and it lasted me, this little thing, lasted me an entire year, a little bit more than a year. It was like almost $40 for this. But since it lasted me like a whole year and I really liked it, I decided to just go ahead and purchase it this past month. The thing that I like about it, it says tinted moisturizer, but it works great as just like a really, not thick, you know, just a really light coverage foundation, because like, for most days, I like to have a little something on. It makes me feel more like ready for the day and stuff, but I'm not going anywhere. I really don't need to be like slathering foundation on my face. So yeah, this just works really well for me. I'm not sure what, the color is Cashew 3.5. No idea if that's quite the right color, but that's the color my sister used. So the shade, sorry, that's the shade that my sister used. So anyways, I do recommend this even though it is a little pricey. And then finally, I hate to confess this, but I have always been kind of terrible about always washing my face at night, washing my makeup off. I know that's terrible to admit. I'm 35. I should have done better with that by now. But one of my goals for this next month is to do much better with that. So usually I just wash my face with water, but I decided to get some cleanser and I decided to try this. Got it off of Amazon. I don't know, they might have a better price at Walmart, but this is their hydrating cream to foam cleanser for normal to dry skin, because my skin tends to be kind of dry. So far, I really like it. Doesn't make my skin feel like all tight afterwards, which is what I did not want. I've used it for like only 3 or 4 days now, but it is helping me to be more consistent, having a good cleanser. So I got that CeraVe, and then I got a new face cream. I used to use the CeraVe face cream, but I decided to try the Cetaphil one, and I actually like this one better. It's not as like gloppy. I don't know if that's the right word to describe it, but I just like the feel of this one better. So yeah, it's very nice. I use it in the night after washing my face, and then in the morning too before my makeup. Doesn't feel greasy, but it makes my skin, my face feel nice and moisturized. So I'm very happy with that. So I feel kind of funny sharing those things with you. That's not really what I usually do on my channel, but I've been really liking them, so I wanted to tell you about them. And last but not least, I wanted to tell you about something I'm doing this coming month, starting tomorrow. I saw somebody, a blogger that I follow, posting about doing a 30-day glow up, which just the idea of a glow up kind of cracks me up. But really the idea of it is like doing a habit tracker, which I've done in the past, and setting some goals, not just like for looks, for like the glow up, but just some good habits that I want to be working on in the next month. So I printed off her little printable, and I'll leave a link if you want to print off her printable. It says 30-day glow up, but then you can just add some of your own habits. So one of mine is washing my face, and I do have some health goals too. I want to get more steps. I want to get 7,000 steps, which I realize is not that many, but it's more than I've been getting. So I'm going to start small. I'd eventually like to be aiming to get 10,000 steps a day, but I'm going to take baby steps to get to that goal. So we're starting with 7,000 steps. I'm also going to try to cut out my evening snacking, because I don't know about you guys, but the evening is when I'm most tempted to snack on stuff that's not good. And I need to cut that out. So those are some goals that I'm doing this next month. I'm also going to continue with like my getting up at 6 a.m., which has gone really well, but I put that on here so that I have an easy thing to check off. And I have a few other things on here too. I might add some more. I'm gonna kind of finalize it tonight. But anyways, I'm excited about this because having something that is like visual reminder of your habits and you can color in, for each day, I think that's gonna really help me. It has in the past and I've kind of gotten away from it. So doing that again this next month, I think is gonna be really good and helpful. Okay, I think that is it for today's video. I know it was kind of a whole lot of different things, but I just thought it would be kind of fun to share some of my favorite things with you guys, and of course my Monday meal plan. Keep an eye out for Friday's video because I'm going to be sharing a week of lunches that we had. Recently I just recorded every day's lunch for a week so you guys could see what we're eating. It's nothing planned, it's nothing really fancy, but if you need some really simple ideas, I will have that out for you on Friday. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you on Friday.